In today's video, I'm going to teach you where to find dragon eggs in Palworld. Now, I'm going to teach you a few different methods because there's a few different locations you can actually go to. Each of them are slightly different and they can each give you dragon eggs, and this is the best chance of finding them. Now, before I get into it, I just want to say, if you want to learn how to make money from playing video games, click the link at the top of the description and there's a free training guide on how to do it. So let's get right into the video. Now, the first place that you're going to want to go to get your dragon eggs is to this section of the map. It's like the total left of the map, and it's basically like this heated area around here. So there's lots of volcanoes, lots of hot stuff around here. Now, when you're actually trying to find a dragon egg, no matter what location you pick on this video, I think I'm going to show about 3, you need to make sure that you're going high up. Now, the higher you are, the more chance you have of finding a dragon egg. That's one of the common things we found, is that dragon eggs seem to spawn higher up. So altitude means the higher chance of finding a dragon egg. This spot over here is on the total left side of the map, total west side, and over here you can see it's all like lava-y and stuff. If you can fly around here to this specific point, you're going to find these like buildings. They're like quite flat, but they have good surface area on them, which means that you're going to be able to find eggs on them quite easily. And while you can't necessarily, I can't tell you exactly where an egg will be because it is like random for you. If you fly around the roofs of these buildings, there's a chance that you will find one of these eggs. Now, as I said, they are very rare to find. And it's a lot easier to do in the day because you can actually kind of see a lot better. As you can see, it's at the daytime now and I can actually look around. There's also a chance they will spawn on top of the mountains, but it's going to be harder to find them. You have to fly over, rocks and all that stuff to get them. Whereas this is a little bit easier to pinpoint them. So this is the first place I'd recommend. Go to the west side of the map and just fly around the roofs of these buildings, and you might find the dragon eggs. You'll also find a lot of scorching eggs and stuff like that. So it's not like a waste of time. You will find some kind of eggs here, but it might just be hard to find a dragon egg. So you can see there's a scorching egg there. And that is where a dragon egg would spawn, in one of these sort of eggshell nest thingies. So I can grab myself that. And basically, just fly around here and eventually you will find one in one of these locations. Now, if you don't want to find one in this location or you're finding it hard, then I'll show you the next location in a second. One more thing I want to say about this location is that you need to bring yourself some heat resistant armor, because if you don't, then you're going to burn quite quickly and you're going to die. So make sure you have your armor with you to ensure that you stay safe, basically. So that's location number 1, and I think this is quite a good one. But let's move on to location number 2. So the next location that we have is very close to the last one. So last time we were kind of looking up in this region, up on the mountains here. The next one we're going to go for is this place called the Ruin Fortress City. Now, this is a great one because a lot of eggs spawn here, and it's kind of easier to fly around. It's not, the terrain's not so high and low. It's a bit more consistent. So it's kind of less work to actually fly around it. So yeah, here I am. You can just see what we want to do is just look across the top of the buildings and just fly around until we find the eggs that we're looking for. They can be on any of these buildings, and it's quite easy to see here because the contrast of the egg color compared to the, towers and stuff is quite, it's easy to spot. But basically you can just fly around this location here and you're going to find lots of eggs here. And eventually you will find a huge dragon egg here. So keep just looking around here. It's not too much stuff here to look through. And obviously the stuff does respawn and regenerate sort of thing. So if you've looked through here and you've let it spawn back in, the stuff spawn back in, you're going to be able to look around here again. So you can kind of do like circuits of it, I guess. And that's going to allow you to find it a little bit quicker instead of having to sort of fly to complete new locations each time. So what you can see I'm doing here is I'm just literally scouting out the whole area, looking for the different eggs. And it's not going to be an instant process. Like, it will take time. These are designed to be hard to find for a reason, but this is just, one of the best locations you can go about actually finding it. So fly around here and we'll have a see if we find anything. Now again, with this location, you will need to have the heat resistant armor. If you don't, then you're going to die very quickly and it's just going to be a big nuisance to get your stuff back. So make sure you actually invest a bit of time making that before you try and do this. It's also a lot easier if you have a flying power like I do here, because it's going to make you, or it's going to allow you to just get around the area a lot quicker and spot eggs a lot quicker. If you're walking on the floor, it's like 10 times harder to actually spot eggs. Whereas you can see here, I've been able to collect quite a few. We have this huge scorching egg here, which I was able to find because I was flying around. But I think if I wasn't flying around, I wouldn't be able to. Now the last location that we've actually found a lot of success, or we've seen people see a lot of success finding the dragon eggs, is in this section at the very bottom of the map, and it's called the Fisherman Village location. So I'm just going to jump off here and I'm just going to claim this location. And you can look on the map, it's at the very bottom here. It's called Fisherman's Point. And all along this beach, essentially, if you fly along this beach and you look, well, you can look on the roof and stuff like that. But if you fly along the beach, it's a large scorching egg. You fly on the beach here, you're going to see lots of different eggs. You're going to see lots of shipwrecked boats, stuff like that that have eggs in them. You can also see these containers, they can contain them. You can even go up to those rocks. Just try and stay in the vicinity where it's sort of like this whitish sand color. And all around here is where you're going to have a good chance of finding them. We've seen a lot of people find them in this location, so this is probably one of the best locations you can actually look for them. And Mount Obsidian in general is like the hotspot for them. But if we look around here, this is where we've got a high chance to find them. Now, beware that it literally can take you hours to find them, so don't get discouraged. I've seen people take 3 hours to find one egg. So don't be discouraged if you're not finding them straight away. Don't think, oh, the location's rubbish, because it's just that they are very hard to find and, they're designed to be hard to find. But yeah, just keep flying around these locations and I guarantee you will find one eventually. Take note of where you find eggs, and that's likely where they're going to spawn again. But yeah, that's basically how you go about finding them. So if you enjoyed the video and found it useful, be sure to like and subscribe. And as I said earlier, if you want to learn how to make money by playing video games, click the link at the top of the description and there's a completely free training guide which explains exactly how to make money playing video games. So thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.